welcome to another edition of Diverse Talks. My name is Ria Renouf, and I'll be your host once again. This is not our usual setup. We are actually at the kitchen here in DIVERSEcity on one of our campuses. We're going to hear from the one and only Leo Ramirez, who is our community kitchen coordinator here at DIVERSEcity. Leo, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having us in your kitchen. I know you just recently finished a program not even a few minutes ago, and he's kind enough to take the time to help us learn how to, prepare food and offer some tips and advice. So thank you so much.
Well, this is the community kitchen where things happen, beautiful things happen. We listen some music while we cook some local, like Canadian or foreigner recipes. So it's fun to be here in the kitchen.
Oh, I love it. Now, I know we can't play music right now during the interview because we want to make sure that you can hear us. But if we could play music right now, is there a kind of genre of music that you would want to play?
Well, at this time, jazz could be good.
Oh, jazz music. Yeah. Like the really or sort of the subtle.
Probably a smooth jazz.
Oh, smooth jazz.
Yeah, smooth,
I love it. I love it. Just as smooth as you're cooking, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
So what we're going to do is, of course, this is a new uncharted territory because we're out of the Diverse Talks, the usual Diverse Talk space. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and have a little bit of cooking going on while we talk about some of the important things around food and food security. So I think, Leo, you were thinking about preparing a salad for us today?
Yes, we're going to make some Caesar salad.
Okay.
So sure. While we talk, I can be able to, fix everything and have a really nice Caesar salad at the end.
Yes, I like it. I love it. A little bit of an accompaniment with our big conversations for sure.
Yes.
So I guess the first question I had is that we see a lot of newcomers bringing their food traditions here with them to Canada. So how do you see people adapting their cooking once they come to Canada?
They bring to Canada the skill that they learn at the country that they came from. When they are here in Canada and they are part of any cooking program at DIVERSEcity, what we teach them is Canadian cooking skill, like how to use in a safety way the knife, for instance, or we talk about cross-contamination. We talk how to wash appropriately the hands, hand washing, and also we teach them how to clean up and sanitize the cooking station.
Oh, okay.
Not just cleaning, but sanitizing.
Yes. So it's a lot of other things that maybe you might see if you're, let's say, working in a commercial kitchen, perhaps.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. And that knowledge that they get from me is something that they will use in the future in case they want to be part of a restaurant or any facilities where they use a kitchen to prepare food for either seniors or youth, So it's good to learn new Canadian cooking skills because sometimes they don't know how we cook here in Canada.
For sure. Now, have you ever run into a situation where there's been somebody who wants to blend a Canadian style with maybe their style from back home? So I'm half Filipino, so I'm like, how can we make a Canadian take on lumpia or spring rolls, for example? Have you seen anything like that from participants?
Well, what I have seen is they tell me, that they would like to have let's say, chicken adobo. Ooh. If they are from Philippines, right? So what I do is I go to the supermarket, I get all the ingredients, I have the recipe. But when it comes to the taste of the chicken adobo that we are preparing, I ask them if that is the right flavor or what is missed in the recipe. So I'm respecting, the way how they cook.
I love
chicken
that.
adobo.
So
right?
It's still the taste of home, but also brings in maybe some of the new experiences they've had, but it's done with a lot of respect and care.
Exactly.
I love that. That's so important. Because I feel like food is such and this kind of goes into the next question, but food really is a connector like food is a way for people, if even if you don't know like the language, you know, when you sit down around a table and you share a dish, and I feel like that's another way to speak to people.
Absolutely.
So in terms of like an example of how those connections can be made in a place like a kitchen, what are some of your experiences around connecting people through food?
I have been working in this area for the last 20 years. So it's something that I think it comes natural. The community kitchen is a place where they feel welcome.
Right.
They feel like they are part of the community kitchen. I tell them that it's not my community kitchen, their community kitchen. And I listen to what they suggest, and that make things easy for both sides, right? It's like okay, you and I are going to be working together, so let's find the best way. If I have trouble communicating with them because they speak a different language, right? I always have an interpreter. So that makes a lot easier.
Oh, that's really great. Because that's what I was wondering too. Like if somebody doesn't understand something, like you can put food in front of them, but maybe they want to learn more, exchange, like, how do I make this recipe? So you actually have interpreters.
Yes.
That's really great.
Yes.
And that makes it more accessible. So it lowers the barrier for...
Exactly. That's the only way how they can communicate with them.
Yeah.
Or they can communicate with me, right?
Oh, that's so important.
Because their English sometimes is limited.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. No, we want to make it a holistic experience.
Exactly.
Do you also feel like in terms of, so it's awesome that you have like the interpreters around and obviously like offering the dishes to people to try, but in terms of like the bringing somebody out of their shell, like do you have an experience where somebody might have been like really shy or really like concerned to engage with people and then they just...
Exactly. I can give you an example. I coordinate a program called FoodFit.
Okay.
And we share 30 minutes talking about nutritional knowledge, right? Like protein, carbohydrate.
Yes.
Then 30-minute exercises like yoga.
So the meal is calorie neutral because you've worked off that.
Exactly. So the last part of the session that happened every Wednesday for 12 weeks is cooking together.
Oh, that's nice.
So we get the client from a coworker, different department here at DIVERSEcity. Client don't know each other when they come to the first session.
Right.
Session number 3, number 4, they are like a best friend.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So it does take the time, but...
Exactly. Food make friends.
Food makes friends. That's a quotable from Leo. Don't you forget it.
Exactly.
Food makes friends. I do want to talk a little bit about food insecurity because I do feel like it's something that everybody can relate to right now. Yes. And you know, I would say that especially if you're coming to this country and you don't know where to go, what to do. So I definitely want to take a few minutes to talk about that. And just in terms of what you've seen, what are some of the challenges that people are facing when it comes to accessing food, especially if they might be a newcomer to Canada?
Well, the first thing is poverty. Is the main reason why people is food insecure. Here at the DIVERSEcity, we have a different program to help in some way to ameliorate the situation that they are in. We have the farmer market coupon programs.
Okay.
They receive those coupon sheet, right, for so they can go for 16 weeks to the farmer market location here in Surrey,
right,
and redeem those coupons. Okay. It is about let's say $400 and something for 16 weeks. So in some way they have extra money to buy or pay something else, right? We also have community gardens where a newcomer go and they grow food. Mm-hmm. In the community kitchen, right? Okay. The community kitchen, if we make a lot of food that are left over, then they can take home for their families. It's not a big way, but at least, we are helping, a client some way.
What I find really interesting there is those methods that you mentioned. It sounds to me like when you say farmers market, when you say community garden, you're talking about fresh food.
Absolutely.
How important is that, to get, I know there used to be this sort of idea that, certain like boxed things or like non-perishables were like the first sort of kind of food that you would get at a food bank. But I'm noticing more and more that places that offer like not-for-profits that are offering coupons and access to food, they're really focusing on fresh food. Can you talk to me a bit more about the importance around that?
Exactly. If you compare, the food that they can get from the farmer market or from the garden, as you say, is fresh food. Comparing with the food that they have when they go to the food bank in case they need to go there, is totally different, right? So for me, it's like they don't have to pay extra to get fresh food because we, in some way, are helping them,
Yes.
right? Yeah. So if you see most of the food that they get from the food bank are, like canned food. And because they are new in the country, sometimes they don't know how to use that food.
Right.
And at the end of the day, probably that food will end up,
they won't want to perhaps have it. Yeah,
Exactly.
Especially if it's like canned and maybe they don't even have access to a can opener.
Exactly.
Whereas if you're getting like eggs or vegetables,
Exactly.
you just cut it up and
Exactly.
can prepare it like a salad.
Yeah, like a salad. Yes. No, and it's very healthy to get Caesar salad or quinoa salad, for instance, right? Instead of opening up a bag of chips or a can that I don't know how it tastes and I don't know how to use, right?
Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
Do you have some like tips in terms of like how people can make their dollar stretch a little bit more if they're looking to source like fresh food, like fruits and vegetables, things like that?
Exactly. For instance, they have to buy in summertime food that is for the season. It's cheaper and fresh from the farm, right?
So shop based on what the season sort of yields.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
And also, if you have a couple of friends that want to buy the same product that you are buying, you can team up.
Oh, that's smart. Like bulk. Yeah,
and
like bulk.
Share among the three of them.
Oh,
right?
so you split it up, and then you can like trade and stuff.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's smart. See, this is why we're talking to you today.
You can see the flyers. Sometimes there are good offers.
Right. So shopping around and checking for prices. And stuff. That's really great.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
So, in terms of like the lettuce and stuff, is this from like the garden?
This one is from the supermarket.
Okay.
But if I ask the community garden coordinator to bring some food, then they share with us.
Okay. Yes. Is there usually some other times of year more than others where you end up getting stuff from the community garden?
Basically, this is like the summertime.
Okay.
When the local farmer grow food, right?
Right.
Yeah, let's say September, October, then is
a little bit harder.
A little bit harder to get food from the garden, right?
Right.
Exactly. And the client who grow food in the garden, they are not working in the garden after the summertime.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So you have to really time like based on the season and what time of year it is, like you just have to be really mindful of that.
Exactly.
For sure.
And sometimes at the FoodFit program, we have a section of how to grow food at home.
Oh, that's so great.
So the community garden coordinator come and teach my client how to grow food.
So you could grow like basil or something at home.
Absolutely, yes.
Which is great because a lot of people are having difficulty, you know, so I live in an apartment. A lot of my friends live in an apartment and the balcony is like, it feels like it's this big. So we have this tiny planter and we grow basil. So that's really nice that you're offering the opportunity for people to learn how to basically grow plants at home that they can eat.
Exactly. You know, that part of the FoodFit program is a great program. Right now, the program is focused on the seniors.
Okay.
Exactly. And, you know, like, remember that I told you about all the new group of clients in the class. After 2, 3, 4 classes, they are like a good friend.
Yes.
That helped to bring into the community seniors that have been isolated.
Right? There's that community connection again with the cooking.
Exactly. So the social aspect of the program is great.
I love that.
Right? Because after the 12 session that we have, they are friends forever. They go outside, you know, and have fun and eat food together.
Yeah.
You know, it's really nice.
Really nice, like long-term relationships and bonding. Can I just say your knife skills are so great? Let's talk about also like the growing of herbs in the garden. So like talk to me a little bit about like how the cost works around that and what kind of savings people can see.
Exactly. Well, you know, in this case, talking about the program, there is no cost for the client because the community garden coordinator brings seed.
Yes.
And she showed them how to take care of the seed, grow the food, when you know, to put the water and the amount of water, you know, all of the things.
Right.
Yes.
So they don't have to keep buying over and over again. They can just take from their garden.
Exactly, because for them, basically, it's free. Everything is free.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's so great. It's really low barrier, which is.
And they have a really fresh herbs when they are cooking, right?
That's amazing.
Exactly.
That's so awesome. I know we've talked about a few things, Leo, in terms of like cooking and your experience, but I want to know what you like the most about cooking.
What I like the most about cooking is having people here in the kitchen and having a good time. Right? It's like if they make a mistake, no worry, we will fix it. That's okay.
That's awesome.
Exactly. We are not the judgmental people.
Yes.
You know, we welcome everybody. We try to create an atmosphere where everybody feel happy that they are learning the cooking skill, enjoying a really nice recipe, doing exercises. That is my policy about, you know, the work that I do. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like if you come to my house, you are going to be welcomed and you are going to feel good.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we play, you know, if I have Arabic client, for instance, I go to YouTube. Yeah. I find Arabic music.
Oh, you play that?
And we play that music.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And I know you and I talked before we started recording, but you also have so you do the cooking, but then you also have like a background in social work.
Yes.
You're like a social work. So how has that, like, what have been the really interesting, like, combination? This is just a really interesting combination.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to make this story very short. Before coming to Canada, my profession was a radio announcer and journalist.
Love it.
You know, I was a journalist and I was, you know, covering the civil war in my country, El Salvador. So after 10 years, the army death threatened me and I had to come with my family here. I landed in Toronto, 1989. So 12 years of my life doing factory work, you know, cleaning jobs. And one day say, you know, I have to go back to university.
Right.
And I like to be working with the community to tell them that you don't have to wait 12 years like I did, you know, in order to be successful, right? So if I can make that your wait is going to be like a 5 year, that will be okay with me, right?
Yeah.
So, but I needed, the skill, the academic knowledge on how to do it and how to do it good, right?
Right.
So before going to the university, it was Thompson River University, right? There was a cooking program.
Oh.
And I went to that cooking program because my wife was working full time, I was working part time, and I was at home taking care of the kid, right? But I didn't have a cooking skill.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So I had to learn how to feed my kid, right? So I complete the program, and then, like 5-7 years after the cooking program, I went to university. I get my diploma, and when I was doing my practicum in the Multicultural Family Center in Vancouver, my manager asked me, Leo, can you cook? And I say, yes, I know how to cook.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we are going to create a program called Preventing Diabetes Type 2 among the Latin American community.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a program very similar to the FoodFit.
Oh, okay.
So I did that for probably 4 or 5 years. And then I moved to the food bank. And I managed the Downtown Eastside Community Kitchen Program.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and I did that for 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
This is literally like full circle then.
See.
Because you came from El Salvador,
Yes.
completely different life, and then you come here, you train, and now you're basically you're basically helping people like elevate their lives.
Exactly.
I hope you know how much of a big deal that is and how amazing that is.
Exactly. And then because my social work skill, when one of my clients needs to be referred to a different program, right? Because they talk to me about different things.
Sure,
right?
sure.
So let's say that they are looking for a job, right?
Right.
I know that we have here a diversity employment department.
Right.
So I refer this client to the other department for the services that the person is looking for.
That's so important.
Exactly.
Because
probably if I don't have those skills, I won't do that, right? But because I know how society is, and I went through the same situation that my client.
Yes.
I say I know someone who can help you.
Oh my gosh.
And I
so
refer,
powerful.
that the client to the program
I love
that is looking for.
And who would have thought 20 years later you're going to sit here and we're chatting and you're making a salad?
A very nice salad, right? No, it's crazy. And I'm still having fun doing what I'm doing, right?
I love it.
Yes,
I love it. That's amazing. So I saw that you're pretty much done, right? It just needs the croutons and...
Damn!
Oh! I'm always bad with dressing my salad. So do you have any tips for dressing a salad?
You see the amount of greens that you have there,
Yes.
right? And then just calculate, because we don't want to overwhelm the flavor, right? The food has to give to you, the taste of of the ingredient that the recipe has.
It's everything. It's not just what I would do, which is just dump all the Caesar salad dressing in there.
No, you have to feel all the flavor that are in the salad.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Look at that. I think that's a good looking Caesar salad. Now, before we dip into the salad, I have one last question for you.
Okay.
If there's one thing that you want our viewers to take away from our conversation today about food, what would you like to share with them?
I like the social aspect of the food. You can make a lot of friends by cooking together with other people. And also being mindful when you eat. Use your sense, like, see the green color that have the salad, smell the food, touch the food. Stay away from bad news on TV, right? Just focus on what you are going to enjoy. Listen some nice smooth jazz music when you eat. So that could be my advice, for the people. Enjoy the food, right?
Yeah.
Focus on the food.
I love that.
Smell it, see it, touch it. think about where the food came from, right? How many people were working very hard to get, that food in our table, right? All of the things, make the food very tasty.
Yes.
It puts some love in there.
Oh, well, I can tell you have a lot of love for your cooking and for everything that you do, not just in the kitchen, but at Diversity. So thank you so much, Leo, for giving us the opportunity to be in the kitchen and enjoy.
Yes.
Amazing.
Next time is going to be chicken adobo.
Oh, I am going to make sure the entire marketing and communications team is here for that one. Maybe we'll invite a few more people.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd like to learn more about the work that's happening at Diversity, please be sure to visit our website. All the links you need to know are going to be down below. Leo, thank you so much again for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, and we are going to go off camera and we are totally going to devour the Caesar salad. We'll see you in the next Diverse Talks.